Yo, what's up, everybody? This right here. My name is Taisha, and I'm going to be interviewing my grandfather, Mr. John Harris. He's going to be telling us, like, educating us about um, Black history. He was actually born in 1938. His father was a sharecropper, and his biological mother died at a very young age, but he was also taken care of by his stepmother. What was your stepmother's name?
Elder.
Ella. What was your father's name?
Late.
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 Yeah.
His father's name was Late Harris and Ella Davis. Um, Ella Harris like took care of him. So I'm just gonna be asking him some questions. My first question is going to be asked to you, Mr. John Harris. Grandpa, he's actually my grandfather. Which alright. Say hello to the camera.
Hello. How you doing?
My first question is gonna be when were you born?
1930 January 10th.
January 10th, 1938. And where? What was the location?
Savannah, Georgia.
Savannah, Georgia. Okay. Now, do you know how your mother died?
She died from a lot body.
A lot body.
Yeah.
She died from a lot body. And tell us like how old were you when she passed away?
I think I was.
Speak a little bit
I
louder.
ain't sure. I think I was 5.
You think she was 5? And when did your father marry Miss Ella Harris?
Mmm. But, mmm. I say,
Like how old were you?
well, I was 6.
You were
I
six.
was 7. Something like
6 years old, going to 7. And tell us like tell us about your sisters,
that. My
like
sister,
your siblings.
my oldest sister, mother did spend no time with her. But my middle sister did. Rodale, she got cook and things like that. Maybe she nothing. That was my third sister. She nothing knew how to cook. But like she was alright. We used to pray together and things like that. Do things together. And like Rodale, she was my heart. God knows she was my heart. But in my oldest sister came up north. She came up to Philadelphia and she got married and she had bad luck with her husband. He got burned up and things like that. She got good money out of that. And she would send up money to Rodale to buy clothes and things like that. And
Now, as you guys might know, he was born in Georgia, Savannah, Georgia, and at that time right there, it was around the KKK area, um, time and area. He was around the KKK. He had a friend that was actually lynched and killed by some people in his area, in his town, and that's how it really was. Now, do you know what year you came up to Philadelphia?
1955.
Came up to Philadelphia in 1955.
December, December 11.
He came up to Philadelphia,
No
Pennsylvania,
kidding.
North Philly, actually, December 11th, 1955. And he came to live with his older sister,
Sir.
Sarah. He had an older sister named Sarah. And tell us about like what you did in Philadelphia, how you got to Camden, how you met my grandmother. So tell us a little about that.
I was living with my sister, and the guy told me, came by and killed me. Say, John, do you know how to paint? I told him that I said, yeah, I know how to spray paint. So I had to work the 102 South Avenue,
One on two something
painting,
Avenue.
painting, until I got to be the spray painter. The man was getting me the diving before the diving at that time, and I thought that was big money. I thought that was big money. But I was doing the job good. So I kept moved it up, I kept moved it up. And so right across the street from where I met my wife at, I hit with a friend over there called Joe, Joe Satan. And I would go out there and do daily work with him. And I did, he would pay me real good. First day I worked with him, he give me $30, and I didn't know how to act. You know what I mean? I didn't know how to act. So then, the few months, in my and I met my wife. I was a beer boy. I was little beer.
A big boy.
Not little beer.
You were looking big.
I just come to Pete House, little the beer, drive to the foot cart, and things like that. I met her. I said, girl, you got some pretty dimples. You know what I mean? She said, yeah. I said, well, when can I take you out? She said, you got some money? Yeah, sure. I had a handful of white man money, but it wasn't mine. But that all that dough, I was gonna get paid. Then next thing I know, I had left my sister's house. She was living 2446, and I was living 2451 North 17th Street, right across from one another. And then we got, to know one another real good. Then we started dating and
PG
things.
13. PG 13.
And we started going out and things like that. And we just started, you know. And then we decided, she said, Johnny, we said, all right. I don't want
Speak a little bit louder.
you ready to get married? And to me, I say to myself,
Speak,
come on,
speak louder, please.
I hit, fulfill. I wasn't work to hope to stay full time then. So I said, how I want to take care of the wife and things like that. But the people do work for me. And my mother-in-law, she was very good. Very good, you
Hold on,
know.
hold on, hold on. Our mother, his mother-in-law, is actually my great grandmother. Miss Emily Ruff, and my grandmother, that his ex-wife, that he's about to marry in the story right now. Her name is Frances Ruff. No, Mary Frances Ruff. Um, she was a great woman, and they turned out she already had two children. My mother, Darlene Harrison, and my aunt, Darcel Harrison. And then with their union, my grandmother, Mary Frances, and my grandfather, John Harris, had their third child. My grandmother had her third child, Joanne Harris, my grandmother, and there were three daughters, Darcel, my mother, Darlene, and Joanne. And tell us about them. Tell us about my mom and like how the kids grew up and like what would they do. Like
Oh,
first of all, my aunt Darcel, she was born in 1958. My mother, she was born in 1959. And my aunt Joanne, what year was she born in? 1963. So she,
63.
1963.
Yeah.
She was born in 1963. So we're just gonna talk about a little bit like how they grew up, how what kind of family they were in, what kind of environment they were in. So this right here is what my grandfather John's gonna tell us
Well, uh, those kids, those three kids, the two kids, before Joanne came
about.
along.
Speak a little bit louder.
Oh man, they went everywhere. Everywhere that their grandma would go, she would take them. They were going on airplanes back in what, 51, 52 and things like that. And most black people wouldn't ride the airplane then, because they didn't have the money. And guess what? The old kids had nothing, wanted for nothing. Everything that their heart desired, they had got that. And what makes sure I didn't say about my wife, May Franklin, Harrison, she made sure that they got it, you know? And she, I
Hold on.
tell the world,
So what he's really trying to say is that they were spoiled. They were very spoiled. They were spoiled to the bone. They got everything they needed, wanted, desired, could have. They were spoiled.
yeah.
Back to grandpa.
And like, they grew up that way. And they're that way now, you know what I mean? And like, I'm glad that at the time we could raise our kids that way. You know what I mean? I'm really. Cause see, I don't want nobody to go through what I went